India's fast bowlers Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj took 3 wickets apiece as the tourists thrashed Australia by 295 runs in the first test at Perth on Monday. Australia were bowled out for 238 runs after tea on day 4. The paceman Harshit Rana wrapped up the Australian innings and India have now secured a 1-0 lead in the 5-match series. Earlier, India set a massive target of 534 runs for the hosts to chase after centuries from Virat Kohli and Yashasvi Jaiswal. In fact, Australia's batting lineup was mostly outsmarted, barring Travis Head, who made a gritty 89, while Mitchell Marsh chipped in with 47. Skipper Bumrah claimed 8 wickets in the match to lead India to a thumping win. The second test begins in Adelaide on December 6. India have held the Border Gavaskar Trophy since 2016-17. Well, indeed, Narayan Singh is following that story and he's with us right now. Narayan, one of the best test wins one can see, especially coming after, the drubbing that New Zealand had given to India back home. And this comes under the captaincy of Bumrah, so maybe that's a signal here.
Oh, definitely, Mark, the way things panned out for India here. And as you mentioned that they are coming here after being whitewashed first time in a 3-match test series against New Zealand. And they were low on confidence and coming here. And we know that Perth is a fortress of the Australian team, particularly this stadium, the newly built Optus Stadium. After 2018, they never lost a match here at the Optus Stadium. And they had a record of 4-0 at this stadium. And the kind of cricket India played, definitely kudos to them. And the way they reassembled themselves after thrashing at the hands of New Zealand, we can say that kudos to Bumrah and the selectors also, the way they showed confidence and giving a debut to Harshit Rana and Nitish Kumar Reddy. And it's we can say that the kind of performance they delivered in these situations, especially in the condition where the first day India were all out for 150, then they dismantled the Australian side in their home condition for 104. And after that, I would like to say that the way Bumrah is the man who induced the confidence in the Indian team, the way he bowled. And after that, also the way the young batsman, the young hero of the Indian team, Yashasvi Jaiswal, the way he batted. If you take a look at his test career, he started with the New Zealand, West Indies tour, where he scored 100. But after that, there was a doubt whether he can perform in the Sena countries or not, because in South Africa, the figures were not good. And again, but against the England, where he scored 2 double 100. And then again, here after being out for 0 in the first inning and scoring a 150 plus score when it mattered for most of the India, because the WTC points were also on the line. So a fantastic performance by the Indian team here.
Indeed, and if we look at the Australian team, they have a lot to be, looking introspecting about, especially their star batsmen, Labuschagne and Steve Smith, really looked quite out of sorts. I mean, easily there was huge errors in the way they were batting, easily LBW.
Rightly mentioned, Mark. As you mentioned, especially the top order, the way they bought McSweeney, who too couldn't score runs here, Usman Khwaja. And apart from that, the way you mentioned Steve Smith, we know that he was out of the form, but we know that he's the veteran of the game. And there was a lot of expectation from Steve Smith in such situation, because we know that what kind of record he possessed against the Indian team. So the Australian management were expecting a lot from Steve Smith, but especially the way their star batsmen were failed, the top order failed. Definitely, they will be in radar ahead of the next match. That will be played on December 6th at Adelaide. So they need to just, we can say that, just address these issues, especially the way their bowlers flunked.
Yes, Narayan.
The way showed that it was easy to bowl under these conditions and take wickets.
We leave it there. Thank you very much, Narayan Singh, for joining us with that update.